Alright everyone, welcome back. Tiga Wolf here. Today we are going to be playing another demo. This demo is called Carnival. Not really sure. I think it's a point-and-click adventure, but without further ado, let's get started. The water was brackish, cold as the grave. There was nothing in the distance, no visual marker to give me any idea of the scale of the gentle waves that surrounded me. What will you eat? Who's there? What will you eat? Show yourself! What will you eat? The dream was gone as quickly as it had come. The lagoon slid past, its swirling waters no doubt influencing my sleep. My destination, Venice, lie ahead. The lights of the city twinkled like pearl, a tiara nestled over black velvet. It was a strange and unique city, as everyone knew, but laid out as it was against the oppressive clouds, it reminded me less of a metropolis and more of a gargantuan creature surfacing from the depths, casting about itself with a multitude of tiny glittering eyes. Charlotte's letter still lay on my lap. I do not wish to hurt you, but I must look to the future rather than the past. The world is changing, and the spirit of it has embraced me. No more. No more today. February 13th, 1933. Okay. Move your mouse to the top of the screen to reveal inventory. Alright. Left is interact. Oh, okay. The platform was relatively quiet. It would have no doubt been different if the famous Venetian Carnival hadn't been banned by Mussolini when he had consolidated power. It traditionally started in February, ending on Shrove Tuesday. Even though the tradition had already been dealt a blow when the Austrian king outlawed the celebration and masks in 1797, it had still been there below the surface, bubbling up within the 19th century in private engagements and artistic communes, and had apparently been a fascinating glimpse into the Middle Ages and a Baroque Renaissance. Now Venetian masks were simply decoration, a historical curiosity. There were still celebrations of sort within Italy, but they had a sour edge to them, such as the distinctly anti-Slavic Festa del Tremerie, which had become little more than a mishmash of an ancient tradition and current political thinking, all seen throughout the skewed lens of Mussolini's National Fascist Party. All very interesting, but for me there was a different story to write. First things first, I needed to call my contact, then I could get to work. Ah. Okay. Okay, I'm new to the city. Do you have any sightseeing recommendations? Okay. You should visit the Piazza San Marco. It is the heart of Venice. But to be honest, the whole city is beautiful. Even I can appreciate it. He spat on the ground and wiped his nose on his sleeve. I tried to hide my disgust. Thank you, appreciate the advice. Have a good day. Okay. Just go to the telephone here, I just want to see. I called the number I had been given. Oh. There was no answer. I slammed the phone onto its receiver and ground my teeth. Perhaps the man had already set off. and was simply running late, or perhaps this contact was another charlatan. At least the fool in Rome had showed up. I decided to exit the station and take in some of the sights while I was waiting. Okay, station master. Excuse me. Signor. Can I leave? If you show me a valid ticket. Why would I travel without a ticket? You would be surprised, Signor. A great many are trying to defraud the railways nowadays. Bolsheviks, most likely. They like to think the laws don't apply to them. Okay. Good day, I guess. Okay, wait, so I can't leave? Wait, okay, wait. Clump of wet papers and a notebook. I don't have a ticket? How do I not have a ticket? Wait. That's probably what's on the ground right there. Yeah. Flyer. What is the flyer for? Let's see. No, I don't want to give it away. I want to look at it. Oh, it was a flyer of Mussolini. On the back was written a quote. Rimanere buoni tutta la vita. Questo della misura della vera gradozza di un anima. In English, remaining good all your life, this is the measure of the true quality of a soul. An interesting quote for a man who ruled through violence and coercive power, although perhaps that was an opinion best kept to myself. Interesting. Okay, we'll exit that. My documents have been stuck together somehow, as if they got wet. How did this happen? I'm also wondering that. We don't go anywhere without it. What the heck am I supposed to do? First I wanted to drive the impressive machine. It's not my job. Okay, well, let's talk to these guys. Oh. What? Okay, wait. Try again. I need to pull the papers apart carefully with something sharp. I didn't want them damaged. You have a knife over here. Hey, you. May I borrow your knife? As long as you take the blade to the station master, I can't stand his attitude. I can't. Relax, I'm joking. I'll stab him myself later. Ha! Great. Okay, have a good day, thanks. So I can just... Okay. Nope, not that. I teased the papers apart and thankfully they were undamaged. Great. Okay, so do I have my ticket now? Train ticket. Haha. Take that. Oh, sorry. Let's take it to this guy. Very good, sir. Please enjoy your time in Venice. I will. Thank you. Goodbye. Put my ticket back and get out of here. I had no further need for the knife, so I gave it back. Okay. Sorry, buddy. Thanks. Goodbye. Okay, so there's some gondolas. Perhaps I would take a gondola ride tomorrow after a good rest. Oh, who's this guy? A mannequin? Are you sure? I don't know about that. There was no need to rip it off even more. I just wanted to... Okay, it was the remains of a torn poster proclaiming "Remember the Bienno Rosso." This was a reference to the Red Biennium, a 2-year period of labor militancy in 1919 to 1920 in Italy, when workers buoyed by communist ideals took part in strikes, rural uprising, and the factory occupations. Look at this. Ugh, creepy. The mannequin was huge, around 6.5 feet tall. The mask was imposing. The The eyes were inky caverns. Was the mannequin covered in black cloth? Senor Maynard? The man's voice was a cracked baritone. His face glowed in the light from the shop front. A good journey. Indeed, although the train arrived late, 10 minutes. Is that so? I expect it was only you that noticed. I would hope not. You must be Senor Notaro. It's a pleasure to meet you. Likewise, Senor. Please call me Arduino. Come, my house is not far. You do not even have to cross the Grand Canal. Well, I say my house as if I'm the owner, but there are others there. It is an apartamento, you know? You seem to possess a nervous energy that stood on the edge between excitement and panic. The mask is curious, very distinctive. Ah yes, the botta, the oldest of the Venetian masks, from last century. Ah, try the 13th century Signor Maynard. The botta proper is actually the hood. The mask itself is simply called the face. Fascinating. Come, there will be time enough to browse the mask shops tomorrow. Let's head back before it gets dark. Okay. Let's go. Onwards. It is there, the red door, Senor Maynard. What the heck is this thing? An angel statue? Wait, I want to see what this is. The 4-story set of apartments was precariously leaning to the right to the extent that it was almost touching the next building. And your apartment is on the ground floor, Mr. Maynard. No need to worry. In any case, the leaning of the building is not so noticeable inside, I assure you. The magic of Venice. My head swam as I looked up at the teetering building. Arduino looked me in the eyes. I think you need a rest, my friend. Yes, yes. The room was warm enough, well insulated from the cold. I felt my eyes drifting again. The eyelids closing even slower. I needed to rest. Oh, wait a minute. There's a battered old metal dustpan. There's a vase. Painting. Painting of a nobleman. Landscape painting of an island. Over the window. Let's see. I didn't want to let it chill in. I just want... Oh, the dresser. The drawer was filled with knickknacks and also a small matchbook. I decided to take the matches. They could be useful. I could see well enough without the candle. Ooh, what's in my suitcase? Fine, whatever. The chair would be better. Okay, well when you said rest, I assumed you meant sleep. Perhaps all I needed was to sit down. Maybe then. I awoke in an unfamiliar room. This didn't alarm me. My condition often led to a difficulty with short-term memory after a moment. I just needed to orient myself. I found a note in my pocket. Yes, I think I was headed to Venice. There was a story. But who was I here to meet? I couldn't see in the gloom. I needed some light. Interesting. With the candle lit, I could now see the note in my pocket. A game would help, it always did. The mental exercise would drag my memories back into focus. The name was Italian, but what was the name's origin? And what did the name mean in Italian? Yes, of course, notary and notaro were both from a classic Latin root notarius, from nota meaning mark or sign. I felt my memory seeping back. Yes, I had met Arduino. This was his house, a quaint apartmento on the outer edge of Venice. I would have a busy day tomorrow. I needed to get some sleep. It seemed that was all I did recently. Alright, well, we played through a full day. This one isn't quite catching my attention as much as I would hope it would. So I am going to... We're going to end there. This one has a lot of dialogue and a lot of historical references, which isn't a bad thing. I am going to do another demo for Dark Side Detective, which is a similar art style to this, but it has a lot more comedic humor, and I think that is what this one is lacking for me. All in all, not saying that this is a poor demo or anything like that, it just hasn't quite caught my attention. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in another video. Thanks guys, bye!